one and all. I am Vivek Ramar, your Surgeon at Arms for today's meet. I welcome you all to the 168th meet of SICASSA Speakers Forum Bengaluru. We shall all have to abide by the three ground rules set by the forum. That being, unmute yourself only when you're called upon to speak. When you've got the opportunity to speak, make sure you refrain from touching sensitive topics such as sex, religion, and politics. And we recommend you to keep your videos on so that it encourages the speaker to connect better with the audience. Our mission at SICASSA Speakers Forum Bengaluru is to empower CA students into becoming world-class leaders through effective communication and public speaking skills. Why do they say take one step at a time? It is because a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Who did win? The turtle or the rabbit? It is the turtle who took single steps and who was consistent throughout that won. So it matters how consistent you are, not how not at what pace you do things. In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., you do not look at the whole staircase, but take a single step. Let us all enter this life as underdogs, but would surely come out as achievers. I take this opportunity to introduce to you our acting president, who is always curious, likes to listen to people and hear them out to get new perspectives. She was part of the debate team of a college and has also contested in debate competitions and won many of them. She likes to read novels, listen to music, and also sings often, but she is not able to find time for it nowadays. Over to you, Acting President Ms. Divya Someshwar.
Thank you, Vivek, for that delightful introduction. And I welcome all of you present here. Thank you so much for joining today's meet. I want you all to recollect a time when we were all kids, where we'd fall multiple times before we begin to stand up and walk confidently. It takes so much of mud, sand, gravel, and dirt that is dug out to find the gems or the diamonds, the rare gems, or even for that matter of fact, the precious petroleum that we pay so much for. But when we are kids, we don't really care about how many times we fall or about the attempts that we took start to gradually matter as we grow up. During the pandemic, I happened to realize something that I usually would not. Jadu Pocha, broomstick. So the maid took a long leave, and it was me and my brother who were helping my mom out with the household chores. If any of you have held or used a brand new broom, then you'd know that much of the dirt or the dust is from the broom itself. The broom is to clean, but no, it instead has more dust or dirt and it takes extra effort to clean the surroundings. We have to keep using it again and again, and then with every stroke, it starts to get more better. So then you'd have a clean looking floor by the end of the day. But for that, you have to keep using it and not let it go. Uh, and then a rock that you see, or say a boulder, and then that rock that is converted into a fine looking piece of architecture by a sculptor. It requires so much work, and every cut matters. And there is skill and dedication that is involved, and that goes with every strike. There's so many of us who are so afraid to take that first step, that first strike, and to make that first move. But we forget that there is a first time for everything. We should try as much as possible to have that sportive spirit and to uh, take it as to not care about any of the consequences. Instead, count it as an amazing experience where you would get to learn more about your own self. Boond boond se sagar banta hai. I hope that you all have heard of that saying, right? Boond boond se sagar banta hai. So it means to say that every droplet counts to make that big, vast ocean. And if it has to come to knitting, beautiful things come together one stitch at a time. I was talking to a dear friend of mine the other day, and where I was explaining to her that I'm finding it so hard to manage my work and my studies. And then she told me about this compounding effect, where it's to just study simple. It is just to study 10 pages per day, not more than that. And then gradually increase it to 20 in another 10 days. So 10 days you can keep the 10 pages going on, and then later, after the 10 days get over, then begin with 20. Slowly, gradually increase it to around 30, then 40, 50, and then more. You'll have that momentum being built. So it's all in those little increments that we do on a daily basis that really counts more. It also coming when I'm speaking of all of this, it also reminds me of the grasshopper and the ant story. I'm so glad that Vivek actually brought up the tortoise and the hare story. So the same way we have this grasshopper and ant story, very fascinating creatures these ants are. If it weren't for each day that the ants work so hard to gather the food during the summer days, then they would have been starving themselves to death. uh, and just like how the grasshopper was during the lovely summer days where he just enjoyed or roamed about. So thinking of all of these case scenarios, it just makes me realize one thing: we are the outcome of the habits we keep, the thoughts that we store, the lessons that we choose to learn, and the pain that we agree to endure. So, and for if you want me to repeat, I'm going to be more willing to repeat this because it's so important for us to understand that we are the outcome of the habits that we keep, the thoughts that we store, the lessons that we choose to learn, and the pain that we agree to endure. So for this outcome, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take that first step, and one step at a time. So thank you so much. Now, let me introduce to you the minutes reader. She is a district level throwball player. She is an amazing sportive person. And if you have to ask any of the funny stories, you can go ahead and ask her in the forum. She is always, she always brings up with the weirdest of speeches, especially that Parley G, if at all you guys remember her prepared speech. So over to you, Srishti S. Charger.
Divya, am I audible?
Yes.
Good morning everyone. Minutes of 167th meet held on 31st October 2021. Sergeant at Arms Vivek Ram. Commencement of the meeting. Scheduled time 8:01 a.m. Actual opening time 8 a.m. Sergeant at Arms Vivek Ram welcomed all the members and introduced the theme, quote, and word of the day. He then explained the guidelines and code of the conduct of the meeting. Presidential address. Christy Maria Babu delivered the presidential address in a cordial manner. She spoke about the theme light over darkness with the common tale of epic Ramayana. She also spoke about the festival of lights Diwali. Master of ceremony, Srishti's Chaje, carried forward the meeting in a vivid manner. She introduced all the speakers, role players, and handled the meeting in interactive manner. Prepared speech. Shweta gave her P1, which was ice-breaking session, which she gave an impressive introduction of herself. She also spoke about her aim of becoming entrepreneur. She quoted that her continuous efforts towards achieving goals will take her to the destination. Butterfly session. The butterfly session was handled by Maunesh Kumar V in a fun and interactive manner. The butterfly topics were so unique that made the session very interactive. He gave equal opportunities to newcomers also. General evaluation. The general evaluator of the meeting was CA Gopal Krishna Hegde. He critically evaluated each speaker and the whole meet. He suggested the areas of improvement to all the speakers. Winners of the meeting. Best Butterfly Speaker. Vinod Raj was declared as Best Butterfly Speaker. Best Role Player. Maunesh Kumar V was declared as Best Role Player. Best Individual Evaluator. Vivek Ram was declared as Best Individual Evaluator. Christy Maria Babu was declared as a Best Listener. Closing remarks by President. Christy Maria Babu expressed her gratitude to all the participants for attending the meet and making it successful. Meeting adjourned at 10 a.m. Thank you. Over to you, Divya.
Thank you, Srishti, for that lovely minutes reading. Now, I have to introduce to you all the master of ceremonies. He is the most important person here, and who is going to be entertaining us throughout the rest of the meeting. He is currently qualified, he's a qualified chartered accountant. Apart from being a chartered accountant, the one that I know is he's the most humble person here. I mean, one among the humble people that we have here. So over to you, Kiran. I hand over the stage to you.
Thank you, Divya, for your warm welcome. Am I audible?
Yes, Kiran, you are.
A very good morning to all present here. Today's theme of the meeting is one step ahead. Even 1,000 miles begins with one step. Even if you want to fill the pond or an ocean, it should start with one drop, right? So I would like to share one of my experience during my CA journey. So some of my friends, like just through 2 months before the exams, they were very afraid of the exam. But I was a bit confident. The reason is simple. I was consistently studying from the day one when I joined the coaching class. And when the exam approaches nearby, like 2 months before the exam, I was confident because I have read everything. Just I need to revise the things. That's all. But they thought that my friends thought that they could study just 2 months before the exam and they could ace the exam. But in reality, it is not possible. So we have to go step by step in our life to achieve anything. Like it can be anything, right? So, like for example, be it this forum. So first meeting or second meeting, see people may feel that it is very like they may feel uncomfortable. But going forward, when they regularly attend the meeting, they can build a confidence. They can improve the communication like anything, right? So the same way we have to like go step by step in our life to achieve anything like in your life. So with this small intro, like now we have G for the meeting, Ramla sir. So he is one of the founder member of Garden City Toastmaster Club, the first club in India to be chartered with International Toastmaster Club. So and is also ex SBI official. So now I welcome Ramla sir to introduce his tag team, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, fellow SICASSA speakers, forum members, and master of ceremonies. I am going to evaluate the meeting right from the moment it started till I'm going to take over again. So in the process, the following tag team is going to help me. Tag, T stands for timer. Can I request the timer to introduce the role, please? Hello?
Happy morning once again for everyone. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches and evaluation. I'll also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow and red in this. I'll share my screen and you can see that yellow, green and red signals. For table topic speakers should limit their timing to up to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, you will see the green light. At 1 minute 30 seconds, you will see the yellow. And at the end of 2 minutes, you will see the red card. And for prepared speech, at 5 minutes, you will see the green light. At the 6 minutes, you will see the yellow light. And at the end of 7 minutes, you will see the red light. This all. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Srishti, for explaining your role so very well. We move on to the next in the tag team, that is A. A stands for the R counter. Can I request the R counter to introduce the role, please? Do we have an R counter? R counter, please.
Chaitanya. So my name is Chaitanya, and I'm taking the role of filler words counter. The effective speech can be taken only when the filler words are used moderately, very less. So I will be noting down all the usage of filler words that are so, that, like, you see, So I will be noted down, and I will be informed you at the end of the meet.
Thank
So that
you,
is my role.
Chaitanya.
Thank you, sir.
for, clearly telling us what your role is. Let's move on to the next important person, and that is the grammarian. Can I request the grammarian to present the role, please?
Happy morning, everyone. I'm Christy Maria Babu. The words with proper usage of language will strengthen your English. So you know how grammar is important in a sentence or the way you speak. So let me pose an example to you. I will revert back as soon as possible. The word revert itself means returning back. So there is no use of using the back in that sentence of returning back. So you can say that I will revert to you. So as a grammarian, my duties are to jot down the good usage of words, phrases, idioms, not so good usage of words, the mispronounced words, and the people who uses the word caught and theme of the day. The word of the day is underdog. That means a competitor who is having a less chance of winning a competition. So that's it. That's it about my role. Over to G.
Thank you, Christy, for defining your role so very well. We move on to the next person, the listener. The listening counter. Do we have?
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy morning, everyone. This is Manish Kumar, today's listener of the day. Being a good listener is as important as being a good speaker. As a listener, today I'm going to make note of some of the points that any of our speakers are being used, and I'll be asking the questions at the end of the meet. The one who answers most of the questions will be declared as best listener of the meet. Thank you. Over to Raman.
Thank you, Manish Kumar, for your role. So we move on with the meeting ahead. So back to the Master of Ceremonies, CA Kiran.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for introducing all your tag team. Now we move on to next session, that is a prepared speech session, and this is a session where this session makes if you want to be an effective communicator, you should know how to present yourself on the stage. You should know how to present your PPT, and to develop all these things, we have a separate session called a prepared speech session. We have one speaker to give her P1. So before introducing her, I would like to call the individual evaluator to explain the guidelines for the P1.
I'll be the individual evaluator for P1. P1 or the project 1 is the icebreaker. The goal of the project is to prepare and deliver a speech talking about yourself. Make sure that your speech is having an opening, body, and conclusion. You can even share 2 or 3 anecdotes from your life. You can share about your friends, family, and the places you have been, your hobbies, and so on like that. Try to speak for a minimum of 5 minutes and a maximum of 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker. Over to MC.
Thank you, Christy, for giving guidelines. So now I welcome, since it is a P1, without introducing me much about herself, I would like to call Sahinsha Khan to give her P1. Over to Sahinsha Khan.
Good morning, one and all present over here.
So,
My name is Shansha. I'm audible. I'm audible.
Yes,
So
yes.
my name is
yes,
my name is Shansha Khan, and I'm the today's. I'll be talking about myself. I'm disclosing about myself to all present over here. So my name is Shansha Khan, and I was born on 12 May 1999. That is 22 years, 5 months, and 26 days to be exact. Uh, uh, Talking about my family background, it's I have my dad is a businessman. He deals and crafts furnitures, and I have 4 siblings, including myself. One is a software engineer, another one is a beautician, and a brother who is an interior designer, and me, a future chartered accountant. And my education, my primary and secondary education was I finished my primary and secondary education in modern English school come college, which was so as like just like how our ancestors used to say that they had to walk for 6 kilometers, 7 kilometers on foot to reach school. Mine was somewhat similar because it was so far that I used to carry the bag loaded with books and literally come out of house and make physical effort of taking 2 steps towards my right, and only then I used to reach my home. In other words, it was way too close to my home. And people who think that it's good to have a school near your home, it's not, because you get a free surveillance from your dad and mom as a bonus. So your dad, your mom keeps coming there and seeing what my son is doing, what he's doing, who's that who's talking to, and all. And then got graduated in graduated last year, and I've pursued my undergraduation in Christ University, Bangalore. And my CA career start Bangalore, and then my CA career actually started with during my 12th, with the thought that I should pursue chartered accountancy course after successfully finishing my balance sheet, complete balance sheet. And then I have cracked my CPT, and then also I've cleared my CA intermediate, both the groups, last attempt. Uh, Talking about the this thing, I'm currently undergoing the ITT and orientation training programs, and then after that I'll straight away join articleship. I've got a job offer from in Jayanagar. And after that I'll be working as an article for 2 years, and then I have plans of getting into industrial training, and then joining the article this thing corporate world. Then talking about skills, I don't think it's appropriate to talk about skills here. So I'll be going to my hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies, because I am a jack of all and a master of few. And among so many hobbies, I'll focus on few hobbies which I think I should disclose. One is that I'm a musician. I'm a vocal plus a guitarist. Two, I'm a cook. I cook good food, a great food. And then three, I'm a travel aspirant. So I love traveling, and the first place that I would travel will be actually a Turkey, Istanbul and Antalya, the best places over there. Then I'm a novel lover and a diehard Marvel fan. People who think what Marvel is, it's a imaginary universe of superheroes and supervillains created by a great founder called as Stanley, and which is now depicted in movies and series also. Now, then I'm a travel aspirant as a soul, and then I'm also uh, a crazy fan of all movies and series and all. Then talking about my weakness, it's weakness. I have few, but I'll let you know one. One is that I'm an optimistic liar with a cursed with a honest faith. So what it means is, every time I lie, my faith makes sure that the truth comes to everyone as soon as possible. So I'll give you a a hint of my past. What actually happened? It was my first bunk during my college times. So it was my first. Since it was my first bunk, I wanted to make sure that I don't get caught with my parents and all. So what I did was, I went to my teachers, told that I literally have low attendance, so please don't mark me absent. And I made sure every possible thing was ensured that I don't every possible thing I made sure that I won't get caught. And later, what happened was, my dad saw my teacher, and out of blue moon, he nowhere wanted to speak to him, and so he went there, talked to him, and he realized that uh, I was not in the college and not at the home also, and that's how I got caught. And talking about my this thing CA career, I actually have told that, right? Yep. So while talking about CA career is done. So with this, I conclude about myself, and I thank SICASSA Forum for giving such an opportunity to let us come up in our life. And
Hello, Shahin Shaka? I think Shahin Shaka?
Kiran, I think he has network issues.
Okay, okay.
His video froze.
Is almost finished, almost completed.
So can we go ahead, sir?
Insha Khan,
Okay. Shahin Shaka? Okay, I think he has finished his speech. I think we can go ahead. So I think he has given, I think, a speech which, like, you can know everything about him in just 5 to 6 minutes. Thank you, Shahin Khan, like, for giving you a project one. Now we'll move on to next session. That is a butterfly session. I think it is the most enthralling. Shahin Khan, are you done with? Hello, Shahin Khan.
Yes, he's
Hello.
completed. He's completed.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Shahin Khan, for your P1 project. Like, all the best for your future. Now we move on to next session, that is the butterfly session. I think it is the most enthralling session in our meeting. To handle this session, we have Bhargav, who is a friend of mine. I know, like, he is one of the inspiration for me to regularly attend this meeting. So whenever I see him, like, I can see the confidence in speaking, like, on the stage. So, and he's one of the inspiration for me to regularly attend this session. So now I will hand over the session to Bhargav to handle the butterfly session. Over to you, Bhargav.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Happy morning to one and all present here.
Happy morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Happy morning.
I need
Morning
your
is happy.
energy. Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy
When we,
morning.
when we see Bhargav, it is happy morning.
Thank you, sir. Let's move to a session called butterfly session. I just want to introduce this session. Butterfly session, the main agenda of butterfly session is thinking on your own feet. So I will be throwing you the topics, very basic topics, and you have like 10 to 15 seconds, just think about it and speak for at least 1 minute, and maximum you can speak for 2 minutes. So can we start?
Yes.
The first topic for the day, as we came out of festivals of lamps, festival of lamps, that is Diwali. The first topic is, which is the memorable event you had in any Diwali from the day you born, and why that moment is memorable. I like to ask this question to Chetan Raj. Chetan? Okay. I think is okay. Can I ask the same question to Satvik?
Hello.
Yes, Satvik.
Yeah, so today only I joined that session. I don't have any idea to speak. From the next forum, I will try to speak, sir. This is my son name by the WebEx meeting. Sorry to that inconvenience in the name. My name is
No.
Geeta. Actually, I'm the
Okay.
234 batch orientation program student.
Okay, Geeta, you can speak anything about Diwali for a couple of minutes.
I didn't prepare anything about this.
Anything you can speak.
This is traditional festival for Hindus and making the for Mata Durga Puja and Lakshmi Puja, everything in our home. So that's it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta. Moving forward to next question. Today we are in the era of technology where everyone is obsessed with the digital screen. So I want to ask one of you guys, can you try to live one day in your life without any digital screen and how that day would be? This question will go to Vinod Raj.
Hi, Varga.
Hi.
Hope I'm audible. Hello.
Yeah, you are audible.
Can you repeat the question again, please?
We are obsessed with digital screens like mobile, laptop, and etc. Can you imagine your day without a digital screen and how it would be?
Yeah, okay, Varga, thank you. Definitely, in the modern era, definitely we can't imagine ourselves without a mobile phone or other electric gadgets. I think, including even online meet, everything is going on through or phones or online gadgets only. To imagine myself without a mobile phone, definitely it is possible to me because I have been in that situation. During my degrees, I was in a hostel called KH Ramaya, where there is no access to the mobile phones for continuous 3 years. So for me, it's not that difficult to live without mobile phone or other electronic gadgets. It's possible to some extent. Even home also, if you come to our villages, still we are not that updated to this technologies called so-called internet mobile phone gadgets. Yes, we are using it, not that to maximum extent. So still it is possible to avoid using mobile phones. Yeah, we can engage in some agricultural activities or some cricket or some sports. If you engage yourself in a so deeply that wouldn't remind other things. So in that way, definitely we can live without these so-called gadgets. That's possible to me. Definitely, if you're in a doing articleship, it's very much a requirement now, because nowadays you will get a lot of calls from office whether you have done that work, whether you have finished this work, and so just to avoid, we can say that's a network issue. Full ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. So by giving so much reason, definitely we can live without these so-called gadgets. It's possible to me. And one more thing that we can use, the idea is reading books. So by reading books or engaging in some other activity, we can avoid this distraction from the technologies. But yeah, ultimately we need technologies. That is the truth. Just for one day, definitely it is possible. Like a big boss house, we can live. It's everything is possible. Everything is left to our mindset. So that's all, Bhargav, and thank you for this topic.
Thank you, Vinod. The next question for the day is, if you had a chance to go into Big Boss house and stay for a couple of days, I just want to ask you how you will influence the public to vote for you. So this question goes to Momish.
Thank you, Bhargav. So you're telling that if I go to Big Boss house, I need to convince the audience to stay in the house now. First of all, if they give opportunity only for 2 days, I will not go. We will go only for 2 days. At least 3 weeks, I want to be there. If I go, at least 3 days, 3 weeks, I want to be. And convincing is just nothing. Being just they tell no fake taking out mask like that. Something they will be telling. So being ourselves is enough. Let the audience decide whether they like me or not. That is their wish. Being myself is the only thing that I can do, right? Playing games, everything will be there, and being myself, the only thing, especially to convince audience, I don't need to do anything. Being yourself, that is enough to get the audience and make them vote for you. Especially if there are any famous personalities, it is impossible to vote to me. I know that, because if the competition is between me and some famous personality or famous person, definitely most of the votes will be going to the same person, not to me. But that will be changing eventually once weeks are going. In the first week, no one will be voting for me. I know that, except my friends, because I will force them to vote for me. That's it. Over to Bhargav.
Thank you, Momish. One of the famous quote is, tell me your role models, I will tell you where you will go. So role models are very important in our life. So I want to ask this person, who is your role model and what inspires you to, inspires about him to you. So exactly what is your role model and why you are getting inspired because of that person? It, and this question to Shamili Nair.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day. You asked me who inspires me. So I would like to say that when I was a kid, it was my mom who used to inspire me a lot because my mom, she was a working woman. My father was in the army, so he took care of me and my sister, and she was also working. So when I was not, what do you call, when I did not see the world. So that point of time, I think my mom, she was the role model for me. But eventually, as the time passed, and now that I know more, that I've learned more, I would not want to restrict myself to my mom being my role model, because I think uh, she as a person has not I mean, for me, she's not what do you call, has grown into what I want to be. So if you ask me today, I would want to say that my role model is Indra Nui of PepsiCo. I've seen some of her interviews, and I feel that she is someone that I want to be in coming years. And yeah, that will be all. Thank you for asking the question, Bhargav.
Thank you, Shamili. Every position in life teaches you something. As they say, with power it comes responsibility, and it will teaches you something. So I want to ask this person, none other than our current president of the forum, Christy Maria Babu. What is the things you have learned in this journey of 18 meets as a president of this wonderful platform, SICASSA Speakers Forum? Over to you, Christy.
Thank you, Bhargav, for this wonderful table topic. It's the need of the hour. Uh, in the beginning, in the 151st meet, for sure, we were like underdogs. We don't know what is going to happen. We are not trained, and we were clueless what is going to happen, because president role, I didn't even dreamt of that role before. So that is the first thing. And when Bhargav and Aditya has approached, we were clueless what we have to do. Then they have given a chance in their meet, in their tenure, to take up the role, and they will help us what to do. And it was like that. Then we gradually learned. It's like one step at a time. We have learned how to move forward, or how to lead this forum. So every week, every day is a teaching class, or something like that for us. We are learning something new every time. In the beginning, we don't know what to do. Now we know that, okay, Monday we have to prepare this, Tuesday we have to do this, Thursday we have to do this. So we have got into through that. So just we should have that mindset to take that one step forward, and then gradually you are able to do it, because no one is perfect. We just need to make ourselves, or carve ourselves, so that we can be better in our life. So, speaking about what this forum has taught me, this forum is a wonderful forum which has taught us the leadership skills, to mingle with the people, and to lead a team, for sure. To lead a team, to give the presentations, and even it has boosted our confidence to speak wherever we want, whenever a chance we are getting, we are able to speak just because of this forum. This forum is a wonderful forum where you can learn leadership skills, your confidence will be increased, and even you can learn more from other people in this forum. So all the people are so wonderful. They are so talented, so we can learn something from them. That's what I learned in this forum. Over to Bhargav.
Thank you, Christy. As this is India and every other person is like movie buff. They want to they watch a lot of movies. So I want to ask this person the movie which made you laugh a lot, like you did not control your laugh while watching that movie, and why that is, what is the reason for that? This question goes to Shweta.
Good morning to everyone. Uh, uh, I have a habit of watching movies, but not a lot of. I didn't watch a lot of movies. But among the movies I watched, I uh, I can say the movie Nanban in a Tamil movie, which I enjoyed more, um, which I which makes me uh, mm, which made me very what to say, um, more laughter. Yes, the movie is Nanban. Thank you. Over to Bhargav.
Thank you, Shweta. When it comes to movies, we never forget to have songs in that movie. Unlike Hollywood movies where there is no songs, we are obsessed with the many languages and songs of many languages. Even I started listening Kannada songs nowadays, which are very beautiful. So I want to ask this person, what is your favorite singer and the song which make you think like he's a great singer? It will, the question goes to Srishti. Srishti, unmute. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, actually, I didn't get any application to that. So anybody can like.
Make a note on the time. Srishti, you can start.
I don't listen to Kannada songs, but recently I've like heard some of few songs. It was Sanjeet Hegde's. His voice is so beautiful, you know. I think one of his songs is that Minchuttide, Minchuttide. I don't know the name of that song, but I heard this song like 2 weeks before only. It, I always listen to Bollywood songs only. I never go to Kannada songs. But as I'm in office, it's Telugu office. So all songs I always listen all Telugu songs. Only recently I heard some few Kannada songs. That is of Sanjeet Hegde's, and only his songs I have listened. It's very beautiful. And my favorite song is when I was small. I used to listen that song. This is the recent the celebrity Puneet Rajkumar song, that Bettada Hua song. ಕಾಣದಂತೆ ಮಾಯವಾದನು ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿವ ಕೈಲಾಸ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡನು. That is a favorite song because when I'm in school, in our annual day, that was the first song I have given performance on. So that is my favorite song, like first and favorite song. That's it. And Sanjit Hegde is my at present favorite singer in Kannada thing. That's it. Over to you, Bhargav.
Thank you, Srishti. Me too started listening Kannada songs. They are beautiful. Uh, Going forward to next question. All of us here in the forum inspired by the one person who made us to realize the importance of public speaking and who support us. That is our general evaluator, Sir S. Ramlal. Uh, I want to ask him what inspired you to become a public speaker and who is the person inspired you to come into this field? Over to you, sir.
Mr. Butterfly Session Master, fellow SICASSA Speakers Forum members, the person who really inspired me into getting into this field is Dale Carnegie. You know, Dale Carnegie was born in a very poor family. As a young boy, he was ashamed of his poverty. He was ashamed of his coat, which was too tight. He was ashamed of his trousers, which were too short. But then he wanted to attain some kind of fame. And he found that boys who participated in two events enjoyed popularity. Either ones who participated in athletics or in debating competition, either of them had some kind of name and fame. So deciding that athletics was not meant for him because he had a frail frame like our butterfly session master, he decided to jump into the debating field. And for his first speech, he prepared for months together, weeks together, and he failed. But then he did not give up. And there was a day when he won, and he never looked back after that. He went on to establish the famous Dale Carnegie Institute of Public Speaking. And he has tremendous quotes which inspired me, right? He says, the ability to speak is a shortcut to distinction. It puts a person in the limelight and raises him or her head and shoulders above the crowd. And a person who can speak acceptably is usually given credit for this ability out of all proportions to what he or she really possesses. If that is the truth, then what are we doing, we educated people? We have to utilize what skills we possess, the knowledge that we possess. And at that, he's the one who said, whenever you're on the stage, set the stage on fire. Set yourself also on fire. Set yourself on fire so much so that people will come from long distances to see you burn. Mr. Bhargav. Back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And I also read a couple of books about him. It was a very inspiring. Moving to next question of the day. Whenever I speak to this person, I always feel a vibration of positivity. That what do you say? It always a positivity, and over the call is she speaks very well. So I just want to ask her what is the, and I always see smile on her face. So I just want to ask her what is the secret of being so positive and always smiling. Over to you, Divya.
The moment you started telling about that, Bhargav, I knew this question is going to come to me. uh, so the secret to being so positive is that we have so many circumstances in our life, and there are not only us. We can't just keep thinking of our own selves. There's so many others who are around us. So the key is that you gotta try as much as possible to stay positive, because sometimes I believe that my days are numbered. It's like the main tagline. You don't get to stay for a long time. So you have to make a change with every single person that you meet. So bring out that positivity and try to look at the positive or the bright side. So somewhere that's the main thing. And I believe that being happy never goes out of style. So that's the main criteria which I tend to follow. And I believe that being positive is something that because getting this human life, if you have to look at any of the Sanskrit scriptures, they say that human life is the best life that you've gotten, and it's like a complete total gift, is what they say. But because we have the intelligence to not just think about our own selves but also our surroundings. So in a way we should feel grateful and try as much as possible to bring a change, not just in our lives but also those who surround us. So keeping all of that in mind, I feel that smiling, staying positive, and in spite of anything, to have that courage to take that first step in whichever it is that you want to do, or whichever person that you want to go ahead and meet. So in a way I feel that this is something that I really like doing, to bring more smiles, to bring more positivity, and to always have that moment where you have that sportive spirit to keep going on, because life is not going to be anything easy. It is in you to build that mindset. So in a way, this is it's in your hand to stay positive, irrespective of any of the circumstances, the challenges that you face. So over to you, Bhargav.
Thank you, Divya. As Monish said, it's not about positivity, but we always see the smile on your face. Next and the last question for the day. We are closer to the end of this year 2021. So I want to ask this person how the 2021 was, and the one learning or one thing you learned from this year, and you will carry that learning throughout your life. The question goes to Rohit. Rohit? Think there's some network issue. Uh, can I ask same question to Chaitanya?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. 2021 has taught me that be ready for any problem, any challenge. Just face the problem and do it on your way. Just be ready for anything. Anything can happen at any time. I learned this in 2021 because of this pandemic issue. And don't expect anything from anyone. So that's a quote I learned, because other persons are unable to help us. They might not be in a position to help us. So whenever we are expecting some help from other person, when we didn't get that, we may got hurt. So be ready for preparing on yourself, or be ready to face the challenge on your own. So that's a quote I learned, and I want to continue this thing of didn't expect from anyone, to be happy in life and be ready for the challenges. So that's the quote I learned, and I want to continue. Thank you. Over to Bhaga.
Thank you, Chaitanya. Yeah. Rohit, are you able to speak now? Okay, I will give you the topic. Unmute the. I think there is some issue with.
You are not audible, Ruth.
Unmute yourself.
He unmuted. There is a problem with his mic.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Vargo.
Rohit.
Okay.
Okay, I think there is some problem with his mic. And I did not miss anyone apart from Rohit. Okay. Thank you, Christy, for giving me this opportunity. Actually, I was busy with my work and my CA final exams, and I was thinking I will not attend this meet, but I did not want to miss this opportunity to become a butterfly master. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity, and I hope everyone got some kind of entertainment and some kind of thrill while going through this butterfly session. With this, thank you so much. Over to MC CA Kiran.
Thank you, Bhargav. I think it was a wonderful session. You entertained all of us, and you did not leave anybody. Covered all the person, and thank you for your wonderful session. Now we will move on to next session, like evaluation session. So to evaluate our meeting, we have Ramlal sir. Sir, I would hand over the session to you to evaluate the meeting, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Mr. C.A. Kiran, the MC of today's meeting, fellow members of SICASSA Speakers Forum. I think it has been a wonderful morning listening to all of you right from the word go. The meeting started exactly at 8. That's lovely to note because professionalism is all about timing. And if you keep the timings, you're really a professional and are real professionals as such. The meeting started with Vivek Ram's address as Sergeant at Arms, welcomed the gathering, and he gave us also the ground rules that we need to maintain in online meetings. He did that very well. He's a very sophisticated speaker. I'm sure he's there. Is he there? Can I see him?
Sir, he is not well, so he left the meet.
That's fine. That's fine. He spoke in a very sophisticated manner and totally in control with whatever he said. If there's one suggestion for him to improve upon, it is adding energy. I've seen, Vivek Ram present always in a sophisticated and controlled manner. If he can exceed that at times, I think he'll do wonderfully well. That's probably, you can pass on that information to him. Let him be out of those limits that he has put himself into. I mean, just be free in expression rather than more controlled, right? So we move on to the president, and today's acting president, Divya, presiding officer. Absolutely brilliant address from her. So wonderful to hear her. And not only that, like most of you have said, she maintains that cheerfulness always. That's one thing that we need to inculcate, all of us. At least seeing her, we should, put on a smile. If we can't smile, at least show a smiling face. I don't know why youngsters like you have a serious face, long faces, right? It doesn't cost much. You just have to move the lips this end to that end. That's all, as simple as that. I think she did a brilliant address from her. She talked about the first step, how it various fields she referred to. As a kid falls and gets up, and a kid doesn't even care how many times it has fallen. It doesn't even count. It's only we as adults. When we fall once, we count every time we fall, not kids. So that's one thing that we can learn from children. And then she gave us different, examples. She talked about the broomstick. She talked about the rock architecture. Then she talked about boon boon se sagar banta hai. A lovely mixture of all relating to the first step that amounts to success, to anyone's success. Very brilliant address. I think she's one person that all of us need to emulate, because she's totally in control of what she says, totally in control of thoughts, language, and the pleasant disposition that she displays. All these things are a good mixture, and she's the fit candidate for the next president, right? So we move on to she introduced she also asked Shristi to read out the secretary's report. And Shristi is one more person that most of you need to emulate. She's also always in a cheerful disposition, and she speaks with full of life whenever she speaks. So the report also was well read by Shristi. And then today's presiding officer introduced the MC, CA Kiran. CA Kiran took this meeting forward in a wonderful manner. I do not see any gaps. There were no gaps, no unnecessary pauses. He was totally in control of he knew what exactly was going on. He did it beautifully well, very well done. And he was also energetic. If I can suggest something, is can you be a little more outspoken? Can you be a little more break the shell that you put yourself into? Be more agile, more dancing on the stage, more bouncing on the stage, right? This is the suggestion that I have for Kiran. I hope he is listening.
Yes,
Kiran.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, your language is good. Your control over the meeting, agenda was good. The way you introduced each one of the speakers and role takers was fantastic. Can you be a little more outspoken in the sense? Don't confine yourself to rules. At times, be free to express what you want to express, like the presiding officer, like today's presiding officer did, right?
Yes, sir.
Divya. Just free. When you want to say something, say it freely, but only see that it is said in a proper way. That is all.
Okay, thank you.
Well done. Role of MC. Then we move on to the speaker. We had only one speaker. Before I say anything about the speaker, can I request the individual evaluator, Christy Maria, to present her observations?
So before evaluating the meet, I have 5 points or 7 points to be on that criteria I have evaluated the meet. So firstly, what strong points does the speaker already have? The speaker is very confident, is well dressed. It's like, he is apt and he is ready to come and present a good presentation from him. So he is very serious about the role which he have taken, and he is having a good command over the language, and he is very confident. That is by birth he has got, I guess, because that is the way he has presented today. And what did you like about the presentation? The same thing. His confidence, the way he presented everything was superb. And how did the audience get to know about the speaker? The speaker spoke about his family in the beginning. Then he spoke about his hobbies, which includes traveling. He is a diehard Marvel fan. Even he spoke about he loved reading novels, and then he spoke many things related to his hobbies and all. So it make the audience get to know more about him. But did the speaker reflect adequate presentation? For the presentation level, I felt like he was little lacking, because he was thinking, okay, I spoke about CA or not. So that is not the way. You have to just practice more. That is how you can improve yourself. You have a good command of the language, and you have a good confidence and all. Just practice more. That makes you perfect. The next is, did the speaker talk clearly and audibly? Yes, the speaker does that. And did the speech have a definite opening, body, and conclusion? Speaking about the opening, he started directly with the family, and then you were jumping into the body of the speech. So I think you can include some chords or something, so so that you would your speech would be having a good opening. And the conclusion was not clear because he lost the network connectivity. That was the issue in that. And that the speech have a then what could the speaker have done differently that would have improved the speech? You can practice more so that you can do your best. So all the best for your P2, and you have successfully completed your P1. Over to G. And one more thing to add upon, he could have spoken. I mean, your time limit is from 5 to 7 minutes. So you have crossed the 5 minutes, but you spoke only for 5 minutes 15 seconds. You could have increased the time limit by including more opening. You can include the opening and conclusion so that you can limit to 7 minutes. And one more thing is that. Yeah, that's it about my, because you have to take care of the internet connectivity thing. That's it about my comments. Over to G.
Yeah, I totally concur with Christy Maria. Beautiful observations that she made. I think if you can incorporate whatever suggestions she said, you will be certainly a great speaker. The plus points in your presentation are your dressing itself. Imagine even on online, you're dressed, and that's something, I mean, admirable. I mean, offline we don't dress like that. Online you're dressed so immaculately and superb. That means you're ready to take on the journey of being a good speaker. Absolutely brilliant. And as your individual evaluator said, your language is good. The way you pronounce the English tongue is also really good. If you continue the same, if you can practice some more, I think you would have been electrifying. Absolutely wonderful. Towards the end, we lost you, no doubt, but we knew that you had almost concluded, right? So very well done. You're truly a Shahenshah.
Thank you, sir. So
True to your name.
can I speak, sir? Hello.
Yeah.
So first of all, sorry, there was a network problem, so I couldn't kind of finish it properly. And the second thing is, the more I practice, the more nervous I get. So I'm like the on-spot speaker kind of person. So the more I practice, yeah.
Shahenshah,
Yes, sir.
the more nervous you are, the more the speaking gets on your nerves, the better will be your presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Because what happens is you convert that nervousness into energy. Otherwise, you will take it in an easy manner. If you take it easy, then I don't think any presentation will ever be exceptional. For a presentation to be exceptional, you should be jittery. You should feel your nerves on edge. Only then energy flows.
Yes, sir.
If you're too soft, too easygoing, then your presentation will also be equally docile.
Okay, sir.
So it is required. You have to be nervous. You have to be, jittery. You have to be on edge before you start your speech.
Yes, sir.
So that you convert this jittery, sensation into energy.
Yes, sir.
Because that's what flows out. So you see, people who are angry, they're the ones who are eloquent in speaking, not people who are sophisticated. People who are sophisticated, yes, they do speak well, but they don't make any impression or any impact. It's the person who's angry who makes an impact. When you're angry, just see anybody who speaks with anger, and look at even in movies that you see. This is for all of you, okay? Although I'm talking to Maunish, to Shahenshah, it is for all of you. When you speak, have some anger in you, have some burning thing inside you, so that fire comes out. Right?
Okay.
If you're too easygoing, if you're too pleasant, I don't think you're going to make a mark in speaking. People will like your presentation, no doubt, but you can't make take giant steps in speaking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is through you I'm trying to reach out to others as well.
Yes, sir.
So you must have that fear, you must have that nervousness, you must have that jittery feeling
Sure,
for
sir.
you to excel. Okay, it's
Yes,
for
sir.
all of you.
Thank you,
So
sir.
that's why whenever I work myself up, whenever I want to be energetic, I work myself. I try to get a disturbed sensation in my head so that flows out through it shows up as energy, right? Sophistication is good, no doubt,
Yes, sir.
but eloquence is all about punching.
Yes, sir.
Punch. Every word that you say should be like Muhammad Ali's punch,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Done. Well done, Shansha.
Thank you, sir.
Spoke well. Practice more.
Yes, sir.
The more you get nervous, the better it is. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
We will enjoy your presentation.
Yes,
You be nervous. You be nervous. We will enjoy your talk.
yes, sir.
Ultimately, that's what is important.
Yes,
Very well done. Keep doing that. I used to see Bhargav do that earlier. Now now that he's become confident, he's softened a bit, right? So when you soften your presentation, when you soften your talk, when you become soft, you will not be that impactful. Bhargav was really, I used to see him jittery. I used to see him disturbed. I used to see him trying to find words. And that is eloquence, boss. That is eloquence. Trying to show that, put out that fire. That's eloquence. Bhargav was that. So Bhargav has softened off late because he's become more confident. So this is what happens. You become complacent. Once you become a good speaker, once you know that you're already good, you become soft. Impacting the audience becomes lesser. Keep that fire always going. Think that it is your first speech. Always. Not only first step, first speech. Every time you speak, it's your first speech. Right? Don't become complacent. Don't get into that, easygoing attitude. Right? So keep it going always. Good. You're a Shensha today.
Yes, sir.
Well done. But I'm sad to hear only one speech today. When there are 14 members, at least you could have seen that 2 speakers or 3 speakers are there. And I'm very sad because you have an opportunity to speak and you're not using it. Every Sunday you get an opportunity to speak. Where do you get such an opportunity? The institute is providing such a beautiful stage for you. They're taking their time out to see that you become a better person. And you are not investing the same time in yourself. Very sad. At your age, I did not have any of these facilities. Nobody even came forward to help. Right? Who would freely help you improve your personality? Nobody, right? CA Institute is doing great job. And people have to take advantage of that. People are not utilizing, right? Wonderful stage. All those who have spoken well. In fact, there are many more who can take advantage. Many more students who can take it. And even those who are present today do not grab the opportunity of speaking. Pick up some subject and speak. Does not matter what it is. Right? It does not matter. If you can't invest some time in yourself, I don't think life is worth living. Right? Whenever you are here, you're investing in yourself. Remember that. Whenever you are in the SICASSA Speakers Forum, you're investing that time in your development, in your improvement. Rest of the days, you invest your time for others, for other things. At least these 2 hours, invest in yourself and see the change you feel after a few, like Christy said, as a president, how she has outgrown herself. That's exactly what you will feel. Like Bhargav himself has outgrown himself. From the nervous wreck that he was initially to today's comfortable speaker. That's the change you will see in yourself. That's the transformation you will experience, right? So I urge all of you to take charge, take speaking slots. In fact, so much so that the organizers should find it difficult to give you a slot. Speak every week, does not matter, right? But prepare, come prepared, okay? So don't speak just like that. Out of bed speaking, no out of bed speaking, right? Well done. That only one good speech that we had. Well done, but I wished I could have heard one or two more. We moved on to the butterfly session, very well handled by Bhargav. I mean, lovely topics. Diwali, starting with Diwali, a day without digital screen. Vinod Raj. I think Vinod Raj is full of energy. Full of energy. I mean, whoever that lady Geeta, I think she could have spoken a little more. She may be here for the first time. She could have spoken a little more Diwali. Diwali that I mean, we normally celebrate that. That's I mean, it's for the committee to help her, okay, to speak more. Maunish talked about the big boss, I mean, house. He wants to be for more number of days there. I don't know. I don't want to be in a place where you are a non-entity. No. Always you should, I mean, as youngsters, I suggest, be in a place where you find your identity, not in a place where you're lost. Maybe a big boss stage, but if you're a non-entity there, that's not the place to be. Be in a place where you're recognized. Be in a place where you're given, where you're in the limelight. And SICASSA Speakers Forum is one. I would rather be here than be in a big boss. Right? Because everybody is given equal opportunity here. Everybody is equal. Nobody is above the other. Fine? Well done. So we next is Shamili Nair, role model. She spoke well, in fact. She talked about mother and then she moved on to Indira Nui. Only suggestion for her is probably if you could see her on screen, it would have been nice. So whoever's speaking, please switch on your video. If you're not speaking, it's fine if you're off the video. But when you're speaking, let us see you how you speak. Because 55% of what you say is body language. It's not your words. 55% of your presentation is dependent on your body language. So we need to see you if we want to evaluate you. Right? Okay, next was Christy Maria, journey of 18 months as president. Naturally, I mean, good. The only thing is, if you had been a little crisp, it would have been nice. Crisp, like, I mean, when, as president, by now you would have learned the art of being crisp, not going here, there, everywhere. Crisp in the sense, the moment you are asked the question, formulate a structure to your speech. President, okay, from day 1 to day 18. Right? 18 months. First month, second month, third month, in that order. If you had only stated, if you had put an order into what you said, you would have been really excellent. Absolutely brilliant. Because he has already said 18 months. 18 months, so first month, you could have put that in that order.
It's
Next was
18
Shweta.
weeks. It's 18 weeks.
Yeah?
It's 18 weeks.
18 weeks is okay. 18 months or 18 weeks, it doesn't matter. 18 is the figure. Let's say from first week to 18th week, right? First week I did this, second week I did this, 18th week I'm here, right? And then Shweta, about laughter. She talked about some Tamil movie. I don't know what. Tamil. What is the name of the movie?
Nanban.
Nanban, sir.
Huh?
Nanban.
Nanban, is it? Acha, acha.
It's
I
a
would love to see
remake.
that. Full of laughter?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a remake of Hindi movie Three Idiots.
Oh, really? Acha, acha. Good. Then that means I have not missed much. If you've seen Three Idiots, you've seen Nanban. That's fine. Then we moved on to Srishti. She talked about a song or a singer. Oh, fantastic. I learned something from Srishti today. Sanjit Hegde. I had never heard of this name at all. As a singer, I will do some exploration today, right? And I mean, although she's not a favorite of Kannada song, she sang that very well. Kannada Kanadante Mayavada, right? I wish we could have heard the full song. Well, Srishti is always, I mean, again, cheerful disposition. I urge all of you to maintain the cheerful disposition like Srishti does, Divya does, okay? You don't lose much. You know, it helps you, your health as well. Why do you have to have long faces in a meeting of 2 hours? You're meeting your friends. Even when you're not talking, smile. Does not matter, right? Keep smiling. So I can see the smile now. Maintain that always. I know it is difficult. Maintain that always, right? Except when you're speaking. When you're speaking, energy, punch. Get rid of the smile. Punch. Every word should punch. That's all. Right. We move. And next, I mean, I was asked about my inspiration. That was Dale Carnegie. Obviously, he's my invisible guru. In fact, if Dale Carnegie were to appear in person, like Dronacharya asked Ekalavya to give his thumb, Dale Carnegie will ask me for my tongue, a piece of my tongue. Because whatever I speak, or what all the energy I draw forth from him. I've not seen him, I've not met him. I've just only read him. If reading can do such a difference, imagine what you can do if with mentors all around. I did not meet this person, but whatever he says it with energy. I mean, in writing, energy full of writing, right? That's the beauty in his writing. Right, we move on to Divya. Divya is again secret of being positive. I don't think you need to ask Divya that question because she's always positive. The very fact that she's smiling, she spoke very well on the subject. And not in that, being happy never goes out of style, I believe. It's a, I mean, brand statement. Being happy never goes out of style. Beautifully stated by Divya. Well done. And Chaitanya last how 2021 was. Okay, ready. He also spoke well, Chaitanya. Right? You could have spoken a little more, Chaitanya. And Chaitanya, he's smiling now. That time he was off. Spoke well. So continue to speak well. You can certainly do that. Absolutely wonderful, butterfly session conducted by Bhargav. Only suggestion is Bhargav could have been more bouncing, more full of energy, more lively, right? You contained yourself. Yeah, that is, it's not your, of course, online it's difficult, but I suggest that you can still do it. Stand up and do it. Sitting down, of course, contains your energy levels. Stand up and do it, right? Brilliant meeting. I enjoyed every bit of it, right from 8 a.m. Absolutely wonderful. Meeting youngsters like you makes me feel more younger than any one of you, right? Absolutely. Keep smiling, keep speaking, transform your personality. Back to the MC, CA Kiran. And before that, can I request the timer, Srishti, to present? A wonderful job done by timer. Can you give her a round of applause? She was displayed even the timings, seconds, and the colors. Can you tell us the timings, please, Srishti?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone, once again. The meeting was started at 8 a.m. exactly. Sergeant Tams Vivek Ram took 2 minutes. Divya for her presidential took more than 5 minutes. Srishti for her minutes, she took 2 minutes. MC Kiran, overall he took 7 minutes. Bhargav, for his butterfly session, overall he took 7 minutes. And Prepared speech. Shahinisha Khan took 5 minutes 30 seconds. And table topic speakers, Geeta took 19 seconds. Vinod Raj took 2 minutes. Maunish took 1 minute 34 seconds. Shamili Nair took 1 minute 35 seconds. Christy Maria Babu took 2 minutes 8 seconds. Shweta took 1 minute 7 seconds. Srishti took 2 minutes. DTM Ramlal sir took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Divya took 2 minutes. Chaitanya took 1 minute 30 seconds. That's it, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Shusti. Wonderful job. I mean, I'll remember for a long time. Many of us, even in Toastmasters, don't do so very well as far as timing is concerned. Splendid job. Keep doing it, right? We move on to the, filler word counter. That is Chaitanya. Can I request Chaitanya to present his report?
Yes, sir. Divya, yes, she spoke for 3 times, and Srishti 3 times, and so 2 times, and Shahin Shakan, even 2 times, and Dissim 6 times, Bhargav 6 times, Christy 3 times at the time of starting her speech only, and at the time of individual evaluation she spoke 5 times, and Maunesh Kumar 5 times, Vinod Raj 3 times, so 3 times, and for 1, Shamli for 4 times, and so 2 times, and Shweta for 13 times, and 2 times, and Geeta for 2 times, and for once. So this is all about favorites.
Good. Thank you, Chaitanya. We move on to the grammarian, Christy Maria. How did we fare as far as grammar is concerned?
So this is my report, grammarian report, just presented to the forum. The good usage of words: vividly, fascinating, sportive, out of the blue, emulate, pleasant disposition, bouncing, agile, immaculate, electrified, feel nerves on the edge. It's a good phrase. Then the elegant, then sophisticated, splendid. So the not so good usage of words are what is your favorite singer? It could be who is your favorite singer. Then the mispronounced words are moment. The word moment has been pronounced as movement. Then the word caught and the theme has been used by Vivek, Divya, and myself, Christy. So that's about my grammarian report. Over to G.
Thank you, Christy. I didn't get the word of the day. What is the word of the day? So let me use it at least towards the end.
It's underdog. It's underdog.
Underdog. Okay. I don't think any one of us is an underdog. All of us are above, right? All of us are noticeable characters. All of us are in the limelight. We are not, nobody is an underdog, right? Especially when you're in SICASSA Speakers Forum, you cannot be an underdog. Okay. So in the, excitement of meeting so many youngsters today, I forgot to present my tag team, which I did right now. There's one more person after the tag team whom I'm going to present, and that's going to be the listener. The listening counter today is being handled by Maunesh Kumar.
Happy morning once again. Happy morning, everyone. Now I'm going to post the questions. Now, whoever answers first in the chat box will be declared as the best listener. So I request everyone to be ready with your fingers. And the fastest finger first will be the best listener of the day. Is everyone ready? Yeah. Okay. And my first question, Divya in her presidential speech, she said, "Boon boon se dash." Complete the sentence. full I wanted. Yeah, first answer is given by Srushti. And the same, in her same speech, she said, we are the outcome of dash that we keep. We are the outcome of dash that we keep. Fill the dash. Wait. Only 2 people has answered irrespective of correct or incorrect. Okay. But the answer is, the correct answer is habit, and it goes to Ramal sir. Ramal sir has said a quote, the ability to speak is shortcut to dash. The ability to speak is shortcut to dash. No. Why only Christy is answering? Sir, you are not eligible to answer. Okay, I will cancel this question then. The answer is distinction. Forgot to mention, sir, you are not eligible. Okay. In prepared speech, Shaheen Shah Khan has said his date of birth. What is the date of birth of Shaheen Shah Khan? I want with the year. And Shaheen Shah Khan is not eligible to answer. I want date of birth full. Only why? Only year.
All of us know only the year.
Christy has answered correctly. It's 12th May 1999.
Wow.
Name any 3 hobbies of Shaheen Shah Khan, which he mentioned. 3 hobbies. What's that lying? What is that lying?
Cooking.
Okay, and correct answer is given by Christy. Traveling, reading novel.
Cooking. Cooking.
And my next question is, in Bhargav has told, tell me your dash, I will tell you where you will go. Tell me your dash, I will tell you where you will go. Many answers. Yeah, first correct answer is given by Vinod Raj. And the answer is role model. What is the movie that Shweta has mentioned? Christy. Nanban. Christy has given. Who is the favorite singer of Srushti? Srushti has chosen. As of now, at present, I want his full name. Srushti, you are not eligible. And the question is, and the answer is okay. I don't exactly know the spelling, but I can tell it's Sanjit Hegde. I think it's Shamli Nair has answered. Let me tell you the results. Srishti has answered 2 questions correctly. Srishti 2 questions. Ramlal sir only 1 question, and Shamli Nair 1 question. And Vinod Raj 1 question. Now, and it's the last question, and it's only between Srishti and Christy. I request only Srishti and Christy to answer the question, not no other person, not any other person. What is the word of the day? Srushti and Christy. Yeah, Christy has answered. I announce Christy Maria Babu as best listener back to back second week. Congratulations, Christy.
Who's the best listener?
Christy Maria Babu.
Christy. I think she does only that. Listening. Well done. Remember, listening is also an equally important role that we need to perform if we want to become good speakers. In fact, many of my, inputs I pick up from listening. In fact, Divya gave 3 statements today. I wasn't able to write them. Beautifully, she said, habits about habit. What are those 3 statements? Can you repeat, Divya? Lovely statements for the benefit of all.
We are the outcome of the habits we keep, the thoughts we store, the lesson we choose to learn, and the pain we agree to endure.
Beautiful. Well done. Can you see that? This is one thing you can learn from listening. If that doesn't inspire you, I don't think anything else can. Christy, I think Divya, you can take a lesson for all the SICASSA Speakers Forum members on how to keep smiling. Okay?
So,
You can take a session on that. Right? Well done. Superb meeting. I enjoyed being. Now I see all of you smiling. I also get charged. Smiling is contagious.
that's true, sir.
Being energetic is contagious. Being humorous is contagious. So spread this, not virus. Okay? All the best. Thank you for a wonderful morning. Back to the MC, CA Kiran.
Your wonderful evaluation. I think I've been seeing you from my orientation, my MCS, and every time you speak, I the energy we see from you is immense. So thank you very much, sir, for your evaluation. So I would like to ask one question to you. Like apart from attending these meetings, what we can do, like some additional extra things to develop our communication skills in a better way.
What Divya does, read positive books. Keep smiling. Keep the company be always in the company of people who inspire you. Never with people who let you down. Never with people who make you feel low about yourself. Always be in positive company, read good books, and then keep smiling. These are the only 3 mantras that can take you ahead in life. And one more, talk. Wherever you are, talk. Make yourself felt. Okay? Let them know that CA Kiran is present when you are present. Okay? Back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Like now, next we will move on to current affairs session. Like I think if you want to be competitive in this world, and if you want like as a CA students, we are only towards reading the books, to clear the exams. But at the same time, you have to know like what is happening around us. To update, this current affairs, we have Rohit BM. Like I would like to call Rohit BM to handle this current affairs session. You are not audible. You are not audible. Oh, not audible.
Rohit, I
No,
guess
not
you have not connected your audio. Once check the mic.
Can you check the mic? No, not it.
Speak now. You are using mobile only, right?
I think he left the meeting, so let's wait
Just
for
a
1 minute.
second. He might join again. Just a second.
Yes, yes, let's wait for 1 minute.
Hello?
Yes, now you're audible. Rohit?
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, now you're audible. You can go ahead.
Okay. I'm Rohit. Now I will read. Good morning, all of you. I will read the current affairs. First one, the excess duty has been reduced by rupees 5 on petrol and rupees 10 on diesel. Today, the price of petrol in Bangalore 101 rupees per liter. And the Reserve Bank of India appointed the Bandhan Bank, a private bank, as an agency bank for undertaking government business. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and British Boris Johnson jointly launched One Sun, One World, One Grid. This project is about setting transnational electricity supply, solar power across the world. Indian Forex Reserve increased $1.9 billion to $642 billion, the RBI said in weekly data. The Reserve Bank of India has proposed to make micro-lending collateral-free loan for all lenders. The government has announced National Sports Award 2020. That's it. Over to G.
Thank you, Rohit, for updating the news around us. So now we'll move on to the next, I think, the closing remarks. I would request Christy Maria Babu to give her closing remarks. Over to you, Christy.
Thank you, CA Kiran. Firstly, the voting link is being shared in the chat box. So please give your valuable votes so that we can announce the winners. So we'll wait for 2 minutes for that. The voting link has been shared again by Monish. So I guess everyone are done with the voting. For meanwhile, they will take a group pic. So everyone, please turn on your video so that we can take the group pic.
Everyone follow Divya.
Yes. Rohit, Chetan, Srishti, and Monish. Chaitanya, can you turn on your video? And even the Rohit. Rohit. Yes.
We should
Rohit,
also learn
Chetan.
how to maintain a pleasant disposition, right?
Yes.
You can learn from Divya and even Srishti.
Yes. So please smile. I'm gonna take the screenshot now. Yes, done. So I guess all are done with the voting. So Monish, you can announce the winners.
Yes, yes. 11 people has voted. Once check number of participants.
Yes, anyone who didn't vote, please do vote. So meanwhile, I will give my closing remarks and then we will announce the winners. So first of all, on behalf of SICASSA Speakers Forum Bengaluru, express my heartfelt gratitude to Ramlal sir, because yesterday night he was been informed it was a sudden change in the GE because Mohan sir was about to come and he was having some other commitments, and then Ramlal sir has taken up the charge. So thank you so much, Ramlal sir, for coming into the meet and critically evaluating each and every one of us and spending your valuable time with us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So next, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the committee members who are being supportive and handle the meet in a most fervent manner, and even all the people who have come to the meet, because without you, this forum cannot work. Like, all the people are a member and who has equal responsibility and who are equally responsible for making this meet successful. So thank you so much everyone for coming to the meet and giving your valuable roles and played your valuable roles in this meet. Thank you so much for so much everyone. Now let's announce the winners. For that, I will request Monish to hand over the stage.
Thank you, Christy. And I'm going to announce the winners of today's meet. Any guesses? Who is best role player? Any guesses?
It can be Monish.
Divya.
No, there is no role for the president.
That's also a role. That's also an important role.
It's a role, but
You should include that also.
Okay.
But
other than that, I think it is Bhargav.
Yes, sir. But there is a tight competition between Srushti and Bhargav. Srushti has won with small margin. Today's best role player, Srushti, has charged a timer of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, she was really good. Very good.
And the best butterfly speaker is Divya. Congratulations, Divya.
So congratulations.
All the way positive. All the way positive.
Yeah. So congratulations to all the winners. Now, so it's a time we have a custom here. The people who are coming new to the forum, we request them to speak. Okay, so that's a chance for the newcomers. So Satvik means Miss Geeta. Are you there? Can you please unmute yourself? Satvik. I guess Satvik, in the name of Satvik.
Geeta.
Yeah. We just need to know about yourself, how you come to know about the forum, and what you feel about the forum. Are you there? Can you please unmute yourself? No, she's not available, I guess. So Shamli, to Shamli. It's a great opportunity for you to speak. To you, Shamli.
Hi guys, and I really want to thank Christy to, she called me up and said that there is this meeting happening. I was like, no, 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 I'm too busy. I cannot attend. There is this thing, there is that, blah, blah, blah. But I also told her to just send me a reminder in case I forget, because I forgot twice to attend the meeting. So she did send me a reminder, and I want to thank her that she did that, and I was able to attend today's meet, because I think I really needed to attend this meeting, to get to see people and talk to them. It's a beautiful change, because from, like, personally, that I'm going, the situation that I'm going through right now, and like Divya has pointed out, I think living a positive life and being happy. So it's recently that I have realized that You should do what makes you happy because you don't know how long you're going to live. You don't know. And I also don't know how long I'm going to live. So it's like I was like, chuck it. I just want to be happy, do what makes me happy. And when Divya said, I was literally smiling, although my camera was off, but I was smiling. And it's like somebody pulled the words out of my mouth. And so, yeah, so thank you guys.
Thank you, Shamli. Over to Chetan. Chetan Raj, are you there? I guess he is also not available. And now I would like to express my gratitude to our Shansha because he came for the last meet and then he has taken up the prepared speech and he has done it extremely well. So thank you so much for coming and then keep coming into the forum and Ibro Yusufat, you can even take up the president role for sure. After 6 or 7 weeks after coming to the forum, you can even take up the role. So because our tenure will be getting over by 7 weeks. After that, we need a new committee. So the people who are interested to be in the new committee, you can even give your names so that we can select the committee members. And speaking about the next forum meet, we don't know whether we are going to conduct or not. We have to get the approval from the chairman and the vice chairman and all. So we'll be speaking to them because the exam is going to happen within 1 month. So people will be busy with the studies and they are not ready to come up. So we have to decide on the next meeting, whether we are going to happen. So please be updated with the groups and all. We will be sending the updates in the group. So that's it. If anyone want to speak, you can speak up. Sweta or anyone who wishes to speak, you can come forward and you can speak. Because this is the time when we can speak and we have got 9 more minutes to end this meet. So anyone who wishes to speak can speak. Now.
Christy, I'd
Divya,
like to say something. Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to say something. I would not have been actually part of this meet if it weren't for Christy. And I know how much of a dedicated person she is with the timings, the schedule, everything. She's been putting the effort in that. Kudos to you, Christy. And I've seen how much she's grown, especially the physical meet. Usually, I'm out of words in the physical meet. Sometimes I get a little nervous and I forget my script. That's something that I'm still working on. But apart from that, I've seen how much Christy has grown, the confidence that she has grown from being a president, and all the amazing people here. It's such a pleasure to be part of this forum and spend the Sundays with, because you are investing in your own self by being part of this forum. Over to you, Ramraj sir. You were going to say something.
Divya quoted one example of a friend, how to study. I mean, when you're falling behind 10 pages, 20 pages, that's a very good example, actually. And one day you will not know, you would have covered the entire book. The first step by step. Well done. And that example I loved.
Divya, you can
use it.
mention the name of that friend.
Yes,
Everyone
it is
knows
Lakshmi sir. It's Lakshmi Shenoy.
Oh,
Past
really?
president.
Great. So I can use that as an example in my sessions.
Definitely, sir.
Once she came as a
I second what Divya said, that Christy is very focused on conducting the meets and everything. She's very particular about it. When she called me up also, she was completely focused on how and the way she could conduct the meet. She had to make it happen at any cost. I was talking about myself, but her focus was on getting the meeting done. So I completely agree with what Divya said, that she's very focused and
Absolutely
I think
right.
it's a great
Absolutely
thing.
right. Behind every meeting, there's one person who's the backbone. Even in Toastmasters, every club has one backbone. If not for that person, that meeting may not happen. So we always have to have a person like that. And Christy is there for SICASSA Speakers Forum.
But one thing I should say, that the NA committee members, whenever I'm calling, they are ready to help me out anyways. I cannot do it alone. Divya, Maunesh, Srishti, and Vivek, and even Bhaskar. He's not there.
But you are the originator.
Yes, sir. But their support has given me
Without
the
someone calling, nothing happens.
but their support has given me the energy. Like,
Yeah,
I can do
when
it.
you call, no one can turn it down.
Yeah, true. And I think Bhargav has to speak something. So over to Bhargav. He has mentioned the
Yeah, he's spoken a lot during the topic session. Let's see what he has to say now.
Nothing, just because I've seen a lot of new faces today. So I just want to tell, being a past president, this is the place we have to like find ourselves. So make use of it, and it's I feel a lot of people having excuses saying exams are there because we are finding difficulties in conducting the meets, same as my tenure. That I don't think that 2 hours will make you any hindrance for your preparation to exams. Actually, in other way, it will make you inspire to
Enhanced,
go
yes.
and start the day with a very well attitude and positive attitude, where you can focus more on your studies. So I don't think that the exams will make any difference in attending this meet.
Correct. This is like a charger for your exam.
Right.
Just like mobile has a charger, you need something to charge you up. These meetings are the ones which charge you up.
Right. And I request everyone to take a full, like, use this platform at fullest and try to. There are a lot of people, apart from public speaking, we can learn a lot of things. Like Divya, we can learn a smiling, how to smile. Like Christy, we can learn dedication. Maunish, we can learn lot of things, lot of creativity, and always, and mentors will be always there with us for this journey to become a public speaker. So I request everyone to take a fullest use of, like, use this platform at fullest and try to improve yourself to the next level in the journey of public speaking. With this, over to Christy.
Thank you so much for what I concur with what Bhargav has said, because see, you people have to come for 2 hours, but we committee members have to spend around 10 to 12 hours in a week to make it happen. So I think 2 hours won't make much a difference in your life, but you can come. But the thing is that if the exams are happening and people are not coming up, we have to suspend the meet. That is for sure, because one person cannot take up multiple roles. It would be a mess. So if people are there, we can conduct it. Otherwise, we cannot conduct. If two, three, if one person handling 3 roles, it won't be good. He cannot do. He cannot give justice to one role properly. So depending upon the people, number of people who is registering for the next meet, we will conduct the next meet. Otherwise, we will meet you people after exams. That is December 20th would be the last exam. So after that, we will be meeting. So the updates will be given in the groups and everywhere. So thank you so much for everyone for meeting. So that's it, right? Let's wind up the meet. Once again, thank you so much, Ramlal sir, and all the people who have been here in this meet virtually, who are virtually present. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye, guys. Thank you.
You always dressed like you are today, Shahin Shah.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you, everyone.